it's Leslie. I am so excited that we have now reached 70 interviews being shared on the YouTube channel I Want to Know Your Story. 70 individual, amazing stories that I have connected with in ways that I cannot explain. I am sure there are many of you out there that have watched these interviews and connected in your own special way. Well, let's do a little recap of episodes 61 through 70. So episode 61 was Jean Pascal. Jean is a two-time world champion boxer. He is also a single dad and talks about his love of family, his commitment to boxing, and how he got where he is today. He talks about perseverance, he talks about confidence, and he also talks about how that confidence can be misconstrued as cockiness. But you have to believe in yourself to get where you're going. So click the link in my bio and watch John tell his story. That is episode 61. Episode 62, Jake Jensen. Jake is, by first impression, visual only, this cool Cali surfer dude, but so much more inside. Jake is all about his family, his mom, and his twin sister. He's also a professor and an actor in LA. He has so much to give and is such a kind spirit. I enjoyed laughing with him during this conversation and learned so many things. You know, he still travels around with his mom for tennis tournaments. So sweet. Definitely check out episode 62 and learn more about Jake. Episode 63 is Toby Long. Toby didn't know what to expect out of our conversation, and to be honest, neither did I. We had never met until we spoke on that day of the interview. And it was Toby's quote-unquote first interview, and what a nice person. What a story he shared about his experiences in life and his positivity and enjoying his new community in Vermont. Definitely tune in and hear Toby share about his journey and his dreams. Now moving on to episode 64, Matt Odie. Matt was referred to me for the interview by his friend Dawn. Dawn we also did an interview with a little while back. Matt had testicular cancer and nearly died through complications and his body wanting to give up. He talks about his journey, all of his surgeries, all of his therapies, and being cancer-free. We actually did the interview pretty much on the anniversary of him being cancer-free, and it was so empowering to hear his strength, his confidence, and his desire to share his story with others and spread courage, hope, and love. So definitely click the link, check out Matt's story. Now on to Omari. Omari is episode 65. Omari is a wonderful person who shares some childhood trauma with us during the conversation. I totally empathize with him. I felt like I was that child right along with him, with the angry household and a lot of things going on that as a kid you don't understand and can't control. Losing his mom at a young age was very hard for him. But he's never stopped following his dreams and never stopped believing in himself. So definitely click the link, check out episode 65, Omari's story. Episode 66 was Kyle Thomas. Kyle is a reader of the stars. He's an astrologist, an astrologer, and he is so insightful and full of energy and loved this conversation. I hadn't even met Kyle until we sat down to talk, and he already was telling me things that he saw in my stars, which aligned right in line with what I was doing. So definitely check out Kyle's interview. Reach out to him for your own reading. I know I did, and I loved it. So episode 67 was Stacy Bodden. Stacy educated me about sickle cell anemia and her son's journey, Luke. He is her forever 10-year-old. At 10 years old, Luke lost his battle with sickle cell anemia, and Stacy and her family started the Luke Strong Foundation in his honor, and they have a kickball tournament every year. She shares the grief process and all that their family had been through up to that point and to the present, keeping Luke's name alive, speaking about him, and sharing his story. Episode 68 is Leanna and Victoria. This was my first time doing an interview with two people at the same time. And it was a mother-daughter duo that resulted from a post I saw on Facebook. Leanna posted about an experience that she had where someone was judging her daughter. They didn't know her, they didn't see her in the stands, but they were judging, making comments about how Victoria should be this, should be that, should be doing this, why isn't she doing that? And Leanna talks about how she processed that judgment. She also talks about the values that she instills in her kids when they experience things like this, and how we move forward from incidents like this. So definitely click the link, learn a lot from Leanna and Victoria. Victoria is a strong young woman who has so much to give. She actually has morning glory syndrome, which I had never heard of before this conversation. So learn a little more. Check out episode 68. Episode 69 is Elijah's story. Even the editors of these videos said that what Elijah had been through was so much for someone at such a young age. Struggling in the early stages of his life with dyscalculia, which I didn't even know what that was until the conversation, and the ADHD, and then as a young adult being diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma and having it come back. For him to have such a positive outlook and for only wanting people to see him as a positive human being and the best version of himself is something that is truly commendable and inspiring and makes me really grateful for the things that I have and the people that I'm around. So please check out Elijah's story. Again, that was episode 69. Episode number 70 is Joseph Bailey. You just have to go watch. I don't know what else to say about Joseph Bailey other than lots of laughs, lots of great conversation. He really is a stand-up human being. He's been through a lot himself and really stands up for others through some great causes that he is working with. He's also done a lot of dealing internally with growing up, coming out, supporting others. Lots of great things from Joseph during this conversation. Please click the link in my bio. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. I ask you kindly. Subscribing, it's just a little red button. Click it. It really helps show these people who have shared their stories that you support them and you believe in them. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, being human isn't one size fits all.